welcome to the channel. It's great to be with you. Today's video is going to be a quick look at the WIPs and completed pages I did in December. And as you all know, December can be quite a busy month, although I did get a few pages colored, which is really great. I was able to color in 3 coloring pages for Christmas, which actually isn't too bad for a December month, so I'm quite pleased. I'm going to show you my WIPs and then I'll move on to the completed pages. It's not an awful lot, so this video is most likely going to be quite quick, but let's get started. Okay, so my WIP in Gnomes in the Neighborhood by Denise Klett is this one here. Now, I had done some work, I think, with Inktense pencils, and I wasn't really liking it. So what I've done is I've gone over a whole lot of stuff with gouache paint, and I'm probably going to take a paint pen and add in like texture to the trees. And then I've used gouache paint to deepen the snow and the ice rink or the ice pond. I'm probably going to do the gnomes with pencil though, but I will finish the trees up and the snow on the trees probably with gouache paint, so it shouldn't take too long. So that is my WIP in Gnomes in the Neighborhood by Denise Klett. So another WIP I did this month is in Symphony of Cute Animals. It is this page here, which is a lovely double page spread. Just zoom out a wee bit. As you know, in this coloring book, I use Black Widow pencils. Now, I've managed to come quite far. I've paused this picture because I'm getting a little lost with all the sweets. So I'm waiting for another coloring special effects book by Helen Elliston that should be arriving in the next week or so. And I'm hoping that's going to help me with some of the sweet details because I'm not 100% sure yet what I need to do with some of them. So I'm going to wait till I've got that and see how I can kind of inspire myself. I used oil pastels in the background, but I don't really like how it's turned out. They haven't blended very nicely into each other, so I might fix the background with gouache paint. I think that's probably going to be my best choice, but first what I want to do is finish the whole page and then I will do the background last. I feel like when I see the page complete, I will have a better understanding of what I want to do in the background to kind of bring it all together. But as you can see with the Black Widow pencils, you can really get a very deep and rich color palette going on. So I'm very pleased with how this is turning out. I think this may be one of my best Black Widow pencil pages so far. So hopefully I can finish this month. If not this month, then I'm not sure when, but I do want to finish it. It may end up waiting until next Christmas in July or maybe December, we'll see, but I will try and see if I can finish it before then. So that is Symphony of Cute Animals by Kanoka Gusa. My next Christmas WIP is in the Japanese nursery rhyme book here. This was also a live stream on the channel. I particularly focused on creating a light source. So the bulk of my live stream video I was talking about how I was using this fireplace as a light source on this page. And I think out of all the pages I've colored this month, this has been my favorite page, and I do want to finish coloring it. I just need to know if anyone would like me to color it on camera, because if you do, then I will just make sure I prioritize that. Otherwise, I will most likely color it off camera. I want to do red and green red berries, green leaves here. I used predominantly polychromos pencils for this page with a handful of Prismacolor pencils. And I actually found that both brands work really well on this paper. So The paper allows for the Prismacolors to blend really, really well together. I really like that. The Prismacolors blend on top of the polys also really well. So using both brands on one page is really, really cool, and I really enjoyed that experience. So I still need to think through this page as I go along, and I also need to have a think about coloring the pot, because I'm not yet 100% sure which parts of the pot I need to put in black and which parts need to show the light of the pot, of the fire reflecting off the pot. And I'm still trying to work out what color to do the fireplace. So still work in progress, but I really enjoyed my experience so far, and I'm looking forward to working more in this book. So yeah, that is my coloring page in Japanese nursery rhyme book. I'm sorry, I don't know the name. Then the other whip I have is in Christmas Charm by Teresa Goodrich. It's a Creative Haven book. And what I did is I just did an alcohol base on one of these pages. Where is it? Ah, there it is. So here I was doing an alcohol marker base. I think what I need to do is go over this section here with a pencil and just soften it up. So yeah, got that one started, haven't colored it anymore, but I'll leave it now until next Christmas, or maybe Christmas in July, and come back to it and do it in Christmas in July. And then my completed page in this book is this one, which I did with Aartx Acrylic Markers, and I will link the review video I did for the Aartx markers up here in the right hand corner. So no pencil work, all done with markers, and you can see there's a bit of 3D effect going on here on the sweets. I was able to shade a little bit with them and create a bit of texture, which was really cool. And I thought that with cookies it works quite well with acrylic markers because it reminded me of icing, so I thought it would be a great page to do. So this is the one I did, so I really like that one. So that is Christmas Charm by Teresa Goodrich. And then in Fairy Touch of Magic by Klara Markova, I did a very small page. And I was also testing the acrylic markers on this page. So I'm just going to give you a quick view. And I just did this little picture here, which is a stocking with the sweets and the presents. I didn't do a background because I wasn't really sure how I would do a background. So again, everything is done with Aartx Acrylic Markers. And I really enjoyed it. What I really enjoyed was doing the highlights on the stocking here and really learning that sometimes you don't have to blend everything to create a highlight. It can have some texture and it still works because the eye still is tricked into seeing it for what it is. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one and getting more of a painting feel going on, so it was a lot of fun. I would happily do it again. So that is my little picture done in Fairy Touch of Magic by Klara Markova using Aartx Acrylic Markers. And then in Enchanted Christmas by Teresa Goodrich, I have this whip, which is an alcohol marker base. I might still do this one. I might leave it for Christmas in July. We'll see how it goes. At the moment, I've kind of done with Christmas, so I'd like to move on or from there and color some more wintry based pictures and other pictures. But I'm going to move to the front and show you this page. So this page was not one of those pages that I really was precious over. I decided I was going to give it all sorts of things and really experiment with it. So I thought I would speed up my coloring process by painting the background with gouache paint, but then it didn't look right. So I ended up going over it with pencil in the first place. And which is what I'd been trying to avoid. I ended up going over it with pencil because I couldn't match my pencils to the gouache paint color that I chose. So in hindsight, it probably would have worked better if I just used pencils from the word go and stuck to my guns. And then I decided I was going to challenge myself to not do anything, typical. I really wanted to embrace the fantasy side of things, really go out and try something different. So I thought I would give maybe some silvery kind of leaf going on. I wouldn't do red berries. I was going to do gold leaves, and I did pink berries. I mean, I know pink is not much different to red, but I really didn't want to bring in green. So I kept the gold. I brought in whites and pinks and highlights, and it took a little while, but I'm so glad I persevered. And at one stage, I really wasn't sure if I was actually going to make this page work, and I was questioning whether it was going to end up in the bin. But I persevered. I used alcohol markers on the ribbons, on the presents, and the ribbons of the baubles. Then I did paint marker in the snowflakes and around all the berries. Well, some of the berries. I didn't finish them. It's okay. And I outlined some of the white bits and the hair with acrylic markers. Sakura jelly roll over here on these like twirly things for a bit of sparkle, and on the baubles just so that they sparkled a little bit. And at one stage I was questioning the horse's hair. I'm still questioning the horse's hair, but I really tried to kind of weave the purple into the yellow and give it a bit more of a cohesiveness. Is it fabulous? I don't know. It's different. It's done. It was doing something I wouldn't normally do. I think it's actually my first unicorn. So, yay, I did a unicorn. I'm allowed to get it a little wrong. I don't actually know what color hair I should have given the unicorn. Maybe I should have given her purple. My biggest concern was the hair getting lost in the body or getting lost in the background. So maybe I should have just stuck with yellow. I don't know. But I did it, and yeah, I'm very happy with how it turned out. For a page that I'm not overly precious about, I think it was great fun, and I'm glad I persevered, and I got another page done in this book. Then I have another page somewhere. Oh, here we go. And this one is my favorite for the month, and this is the Poinsettia Fairy. And I really like how I did the glass baubles. I think they look really pretty. I also like her wings. I tried to keep them as soft and gentle as possible, and I put some Spectrum Noir sparkle pen up on the wings. I also tried to make the beads sort of like glass beads so that they would catch whatever is happening in the background. So that's why they've got like pink and green centers, because I'm trying to have them a little bit transparent. I also used some paint pen to go over all the edges. I used white Posca paint pen, gold Sakura gel pen around over here. And then I tried to do like an orangey gold so that it wasn't too muted, but just a little bit brighter, just to lift everything. And I really like how it turned out. And in my head I'm thinking these are all around like the Christmas tree, and she's around the Christmas tree. So that's why I've got a green background. I wasn't 100% sure if my choice of color for the two different types of leaves would work. I was concerned at one stage I was going to lose the two leaves into each other, but I think by going bright green I've managed to keep them a bit more distinct. So yeah, this is my favorite page for the month, and I really am very pleased with how it turned out. So those are my completed pages for December 2024. Not a whole lot done, but still I got some done. So thank you everyone. If you have enjoyed this video, please do like, subscribe, comment below, or share with a friend. I look forward to many colouring adventures with you in the new year. Stay tuned for more videos. I've got quite a lot coming up, and I will see you soon. Until then, everyone, take care. Bye for now.